Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. I hope you're all having a great weekend. I certainly am. I collect minifigs, Lego minifigs. I've mentioned it before on the channel. And this particular set, I was uncertain as to whether I'd got it or not, and so I decided to go into the loft to see if I could find it, and sure enough it was there. The reason I wanted it is that all the three figures in this are different or unique iterations, so it was a really good set to get. But I knew there was one or two other Lego sets up there, and I thought I'd bring all my Lego down to see exactly what I got, because there is a website, Brickset, where you can catalogue your sets and your minifigs. This is the result of my trip up to the loft to find the other one or two Lego sets that I've got. So there's this one, which was given me as a Christmas present by my wife. As you can see, all these sets haven't been opened yet, so all the figures and the buildings still need to be built. Quite often what I do, not with the Harry Potter ones and maybe not with the Star Wars ones, I will just take the minifigures out and then I will resell the items that are left in the box. As you can see, this is a 20th anniversary, and we get the two special figures in this. I think we get that's Voldemort, and that's oh, I can't remember her name now. I think it's Professor McGonagall, I think. But that may not be a special anniversary one, looking at it now. So that's another set I've got to build at some point. Fortunately, my wife managed to get this set at a reduced price, as well as the Chamber of Secrets, so I've got this also for Christmas. This looks a really cool set, again needs building. So the first lot of minifigs that I ever bought was Marvel and DC back in 2013, I think. Obviously I had Lego when I was a kid, so and I enjoy the Marvel films, so when they started producing some of the minifigures, I just started collecting them. So this is from, I think, the recent Doctor Strange film. Actually it says the Spider-Man No Way Home, so on the top there, so it'll be from that. This was an odd purchase. I think it may have been 2 years ago, like December 21, I'm not sure. As a kid I wasn't into Winnie the Pooh, but I really enjoyed watching it with my children, with my daughter and my son, and we used to have it on all the time because I used to love it, and so I know every word to Pooh's song about being a rain cloud, and there was something about the simplicity, the innocence of it that really appealed to me. So when this set came out, I just had to have it. So I got the Ywing. I don't know how long ago I bought this, but as I say, it's been sat in the loft waiting for me to build it. The reason I'm not building these kits is because obviously I'm building models, or I'm doing some other form of one of my hobbies, like the coin collecting and things like that. So if I'm building Lego, I'm not doing one of those. So, you know, when it comes to the balance of things, I'd rather be making a model kit. However, recently I've been tempted to get some of these kits built, especially this Ywing. So there is a video of when I got this one. I can't remember when. It was obviously one of the Christmases. Christmas Carol is my favourite Christmas film, and the one especially with George C. Scott in is my favourite rendition of it as well. I will watch it possibly 10 times around about Christmas time. There are other films that I really enjoy to watch. For instance, Polar Express is another favourite, but I don't think Lego brought out a set of that. So when this came out, I just had to have it. We've got Scrooge, Cratchit and Tiny Tim in this set. It was quite a cheap set. I think it was only about £30. The minifigures in this I thought might be quite valuable, but they're not really. They're only about £3, worth about £3 each. But it'd be one of those sets that I would build and possibly have up over Christmas time. So two more sets of Harry Potter. This one's Hogwarts Dumbledore's office. I pretty sure that I showed you my Harry Potter buildings when they were all set up on a shelf. They've been taken down recently, and this one didn't get opportunity to join them, but I may have to put them back up again just to show this one off and show how extensive build Hogwarts, if you like, through getting this range. So another Hogwarts set, again didn't get added to the to all the buildings I had up previously, and you know, I'm focusing on getting the different iterations of Hermione and Ron and Harry, and obviously there's the nurse in this one as well, so they tick a box in my book for collecting. Okay, going back to Marvel, this is from the latest Thor film, which I thought was pretty garbage, to be honest. I didn't like it at all. I didn't really like the latest Doctor Strange one either. But again, Lego knows where my wallet is. These I think are all different iterations. Unfortunately, Lego have hiked up their prices recently. So before I was looking at kits and it's like, okay, so it's like £7 for a minifig within this kit. So if there's 5 minifigs in this set, then it's perhaps £35 or something like that. Well, now you're looking at £10 per minifig, so this same set would be perhaps £50 now. It may have been more when I bought it, because obviously you've got the long ship. It depends how much more they put into the box other than minifigs, but that's my kind of gauge back then and now. Is it worth me getting it? And I've got to be honest, I'm more and more now, I am buying off eBay and I'm just buying the minifigs. I'm not bothering getting the kits. 2 reasons: I don't need the expense of buying the additional stuff I don't want. Second thing is, I'm not really buying plastic that I don't want. So that's that one. On to the next. So this one's an odd one. This is Ninjago. What happened was I bought my son's collection of Ninjago minifigs to add to mine, and then of course when things kind of slowed down getting minifigs from other sets like Star Wars or Marvel DC, I started adding to my Ninjago collection. Now there's magazines, Lego magazines that are produced, I don't know whether they're every month. There's a Star Wars one, a Marvel DC one I think, or it may be Marvel and a DC one, Ninjago. And so you can buy a magazine for or the comic for £5, and you get quite often you get a minifig with them. What happened was I managed to buy the individual figures from this set from getting these comics. So this set now is actually going to go on eBay to sell, because I have got all the iterations of that now. So those of you who watch Mandalorian, this is obviously a set from that. I bought this for my son, and I bought myself a set anyway. What happened was, of course, when he decided he no longer wanted to have his Star Wars, he wanted to sell them, I again bought them off him. And of course this set he didn't even open, so I got this set back. So this is another one that will probably go on eBay. Staying with Star Wars, this was another set I keep looking at and thinking, shall I, shan't I? And fortunately I found it in the loft before I bought it again. You get Grief Karga, and you get Tilly Stormtrooper and 2 Stormtroopers. So those 3 figures there are all new iterations. Obviously he's a duplicate of him. So at the time I thought, yeah, it's worth it to get those 3 minifigures. But being Star Wars now, I may build this and keep it rather than selling on the vehicle itself. This was a recent purchase from it's a store called B&M, and I did wonder whether they sold their Lego cheaper, and fortunately they did. So I managed to get this one with some money off it. So the Mace Windu is a different iteration, as are these 2 they're clone troopers, I think. But then these 3, he's obviously a duplicate of him, and these have been released in previous sets. What you can do though is take some parts and add parts to these to make different iterations. So I will have to look through to see whether there's any that I need that I can try and create by putting bits and pieces on them. And again, this is all referenced through the Brickset site, where they've actually given a reference number to every minifig that Lego have created. So that's that one. So this is from the new Wakanda Forever Black Panther film. Again, I haven't got any of the minifigures in this set, so I bought it. But with this one, the vehicle, that will probably go on eBay for somebody to buy off me, and it reduces the actual cost of buying this set. Okay, going back to Mandalorian, Boba Fett, sorry, not Mandalorian, obviously the book of Boba Fett. This is Boba Fett's throne room. I think all those minifigures that are on there are different iterations, and I believe that this was bought me for a Christmas present again. I think I did really well Christmas for Lego. This is going to be one of those sets that I want to build and have set up somewhere. So the last one is this one from the Infinity Saga. Iron Man, I think, was my first minifig purchase, as I say, back in 2013 or whenever it was. The Stark Mansion at Malibu Mansion, and I had Iron Man versus Mandarin, and I had Iron Man with Agent, oh good grief, not Carter, what was his name? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So they were, I think, the first sets that set me on the path of collecting minifigs. And this is the last one to show you today. I think most of the, if I turn it round, that's probably the front. You can see all the iterations of Iron Man down here in the different suits. I'm not sure that they are all new iterations. I think I may have one or two, and I'm pretty sure that I've got Nick Fury already in that iteration. But I had a bit of money and decided to get this kit, or this set I should say. So I'll just get them all, and we'll have a look at the stack. So that's it, guys. That is my stash of Lego. I hope to be, as I say, building quite a few of these. I may show videos on them. I may not. It's something that I do as a hobby, but I don't think there's much call for people to be viewing it. There is one Lego set that I've got to show you. I bought it yesterday. It's the biggest Lego set I've ever bought, and most expensive Lego set I've ever bought. I ummed and ahed about it for quite a while, but I decided to go for it in the end. So I hope to do a separate video on that, because it is something quite special. Right, I shall leave it at that. Thanks ever so much for watching. This is coming up to 20 minutes, but I did a bit of faffing about, so hopefully with the editing I can reduce it quite a bit. Look after yourselves, guys. I'm enjoying your videos as and when I'm watching, when I'm doing some hobbying or something like that. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.